Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today I want to share with you some really good savings on some of my favorite, and probably your favorite, high-end and luxury makeup brands, just in time for some last-minute holiday shopping or a little treat for yourself, because I know we are all so busy and overworked. I have special codes just given to me for your use on brands like Surratt, Hourglass, BK Beauty, Natasha Denona, and City Beauty. So I am super glad to have you here with me. Don't forget that you can also follow me over on Instagram, TikTok, and on Threads. Okay, you are joining me kind of halfway through the boring part. The complexion is all finished, but I'll share with you what I did so far, and we'll do the rest of it together. I had this idea for a video. I thought it was kind of a fun one. You know, starting, frankly, ages before even Black Friday, all the sales start. And we all shop, 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 shop. There's so much savings, it feels like you can't stop shopping. And then the sales, they kind of peter out, right? And it's like, oh, I kind of wanted to take advantage of some sales because I've got a little bit more shopping to do, or I wanted a little treat. And the sales have, like I said, kind of petered out. And I realized, the other day I did a community post about this, and then it inspired me to do a larger video. I realized, you guys, some of these brands have been kind enough to give me discount codes that, sure, you can use all year long. It's not just now. You can use them all year long, but you might really benefit the most from them right now when you have the most shopping to do. So like I said, I'm going to show you a fun look from 5 products that I have year-round, it's true, but maybe you want to use them now, discount codes. I will put the codes here on the screen, and I will also put them down below in the description bar. So that way, you know, you won't smell anything wrong, and, you know, you'll get it all right. It's got the codes, it's got the links to get you there. Also, it's got information on giving super thanks, which is always appreciated, down there in the description bar, and information on joining our $4.99 a month membership. The members this time around were actually called in to help me give a title to this video, and they had so many great ideas, much better than me, but that is kind of my inside behind the scenes group, and they get let in on all the fun stuff. We would sure love to see you there. Let's start in. I'll show you what I've done so far. We'll talk about the codes. I'll put them on the screen. I'll have them below. But let me just tell you that I started with Natasha Denona. I started with the Natasha Denona. I'm going to show it to you right here. Color Corrector on a completely clean face. I did have some morning skincare that had already sunk in. But this is the shade C2. That's in the description bar as well. And there I am putting it on before I put anything else on. I have a 15% off code at Natasha Denona by entering my first and last name, Rebecca Kringen. It's there on the screen, but it will also be down below in the description bar. And there it is, me putting on the Color Corrector. Now, some of this stuff is a little boring, Color Corrector, foundation. It's why I did it first, and it's why I'm probably speeding it up. I use the Angie Hot and Flashy 506 brush to do that, and that's also in the description bar. Then we're going to go over to BK Beauty. Now, BK Beauty, I have 10% off on all the time if you use code NOTFITFORPRINT10. All the codes are different. That's why I put them down below. But you can always get 10% off at BK Beauty. Here we are with one of my favorites. This is the BK Beauty 101 brush, and I'm going to combine it with Hourglass. Let's talk about Hourglass. I am going to use, before I came on, I used the Hourglass Vanish Primer, and I am going to use the Hourglass Veil in shade 8. I have 10% off Hourglass any old time you want, any time of the year with code Rebecca. That will be down below. But let's go ahead and show me using BK Beauty, the brush 101, to put on my Hourglass Veil in shade 8. Remember, I already put the Hourglass Vanish Primer on before we came on. And then, of course, I'm going to go over the top with the concealer. This means I'm going to bring out, again, a Natasha Denona product, which I have 15% off on all the time on her site. All the info down below. Pulling out my 10% off Angie Hot and Flashy A506 brush and the Natasha Denona concealer, which I use in the shade N5, and I'm going to put that on here. And yes, I am using the same brush that I used a moment before with the color corrector. That doesn't bother me. The shades aren't that far off. I don't feel that it throws me off at all. Then I'm going to move on, you guys, to my brows, and I'm going to use two products for my brows. If you don't mind, I'm going to use two Surratt products. Surratt Beauty is a little bit pricey. It's definitely a luxury, but I do have 15% off any old time using code NOTFITFORPRINT15. It's printed here, but it's also going to be down below. I will have my link. I will have the code if you want 15% off Surratt Beauty any time of year, but especially now. And I am going to use right here the Expressioniste eyebrow pencil in brunette, and then the Surratt brow pomade in dark brown. So I'm going to use both of those right here, and those are available on the Surratt site. And if you use my link and my code, you will get 15% off, which I think is very, very good savings. Speaking of Surratt, I love their new bronzer. This is the Surratt bronzer in Soleil Clair. I think it's a really beautiful shade because it's not too much, and you will see me here going ahead and warming up the sides of my face, employing the 111 BK Beauty brush to bronze with. Don't forget about City Beauty, the next thing I'm going to do, and you guys have seen me do this before. I talked about this in a City Beauty video, but I talked about my lid lifting treatment from City Beauty. Everything you get at City Beauty, if you use code Rebecca, you will get 15% off, including the products that I use from City Beauty here. So I am going to apply my lid lifting treatment because I have such hooded eyes, and it makes it easier. I kind of use that as an eye primer, and I just love it. Just makes everything so smooth and firm and easy to work with. Next, we move on to the eyeliner. I think the Hourglass Voyeur eyeliner is one of the best out there for not budging. I'm going to use black, but I have the Hourglass Voyeur eyeliner in every old color. Remember that you will get 10% off always at Hourglass when you use code Rebecca. All that information is below. So this is the Voyeur eyeliner in Obsidian, the black shade, and I was using that there. Then we're going to move on to the lash curler. I have only two lash curlers that I am extremely devoted to. One, as you know, is from Rephr, and the other, of course, is from Surratt. Here it is here, and I will show you me quickly curling my lashes, and I do have 15% savings on this lash curler and every other product all year long on Surratt.com. How about some mascara? Also a Surratt product. I absolutely love this particular Surratt mascara. It's the Releve mascara. It is a tubing mascara. It is fantastic. Now, I take forever to put on my mascara. It's the one thing that takes me just forever to do. So I will speed this up, and I will probably still, frankly, cut it short because I do put on a lot of mascara. I like to hit every single lash. It's very important to me, and it is the one thing in my makeup routine that I actually take a good long time, even sped up. And this is a fantastic tubing mascara. If you, like me, are a fan of tubing mascara, check it out, please. That is the Surratt Releve mascara. Last but not least, for the boring things, I went ahead and lined my lips with this right here. This is a lip pencil from Natasha Denona. That, again, is my first and last name. Will give you 15% savings at Natasha Denona. This is her lip liner in the shade Natasha, and I'm going to line with that very, very quickly. And now we can move on to some of the more fun stuff that I'm going to do with you here. The first thing I want to do is blush. We already did bronzer with our Surratt product. I want to do blush and highlighter, and for that, we got to use the Hourglass Leopard palette. This is the new one for this year, and this is one of the holiday palettes. I am going to use some of my BK Beauty brushes on the eyes, but we're going to use some Surratt brushes. Now, let me talk about my Surratt brushes. We're going to use those for the cheek brush and the highlighter brush. Everybody knows my Surratt brushes live in their little Surratt cases, and when I take them out, everybody knows that harp music plays. They rarely come out, and it is a very big deal when I use them. I think they are the most glamorous brushes ever created, but I will use them in this video begrudgingly, because for the most part, I just pet them and talk to them. But the great news is you would get 15% off, because I have Not Fit for Print 15 at Surratt, which is pretty cool. All right, so let's take out this cheek brush. So the great thing about this brush is it applies product very gently. So I can even go a little bit darker with my blush because it's very, very subtle. And I love that because, you know, I'm an over blusher. I'm okay with it. I don't go to meetings or anything, but I am an over blusher, not anonymously. And so I don't mind that this applies sparingly because it means that I can really go crazy like I just did. And here is the Surratt highlight brush. We're gonna pick up some of that highlighter and then just gently, oh my gosh, this is like, I always say it's like a sensual experience because these brushes, they just make you you don't wanna stop using them. They're so beautiful. Okay, isn't that pretty? Ooh. Okay. Okay, so now we have the complexion completely done. It is a shame that we have to put away our Surratt brushes. The heart music plays when you put them away too, though. Okay, let's get to the eyes. I have some BK Beauty brushes. Remember, everything featured in this video, I keep saying it, but I don't want you to forget it. Everything featured in this video has significant savings, and I have that listed down below. Okay, we're gonna start. I'm gonna kind of put on all over the lid this brand new Surratt Soufflé eyeshadow, and I have it in Ciel Doré here. I'm going to remove the little plastic because we don't want it to dry out. And I'm just going to put this all over my eye using the BK Beauty 202 brush. It's kind of a blending brush, and I'm just going to put this all over my eye. It's not the only eye look we're going to use, but I'm just kind of putting it on almost as a nice cooling moussey base, and then we're going to go over that. So now I'm going to put that away and we are going to go right back into some Natasha Denona. Can you guess what this look needs? This look needs Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette, and you can get it for 15% off using my code. I mean, I think that's pretty good savings. I really do. So let's take a look at our I Need a Nude palette. This is one of the most popular palettes from this year. I have kind of primed my eyes with that Surratt Soufflé shadow. So let's go ahead and now use this brush here. I'm using that same BK Beauty 202 brush to go into this shade here, and I'm just going to put that into kind of windshield wiper motions and a little higher the crease, because I have, like I said, hooded eyes. Although the City Beauty product really does, I think, help with that and makes my eye makeup look a lot nicer when I put that on. Sometimes I'm lazy and I forget to, and I get really upset with myself because it's always nicer when I do. Always nicer when I do. And then I'm going to switch over here to my really nice little small brush that I love, also from BK Beauty. And this is the BK Beauty 209 brush. And I'm going to go into that exact same shade and just put it under the eyes, just a little bit smoky. Not too much. Pretty, right? Okay. Let's go ahead now and take this BK Beauty 203 brush. I'm just kind of using my favorites here. And I am going to take this shade right here, this really pretty, almost topper shade, and just put it into the inner corner of the eye and then kind of onto the eye right here. I'm just doing a really gentle look with some of my current favorites. My favorites kind of rotate with these products because they're all so beautiful, but I just wanted to do something light, gentle, bright, and fun. And then a little bit, I'm going to keep that same brush, just a little bit here, just into the outer, right there, kind of from the center on out. Again, just something really bright and festive and pretty with the Natasha Denona palette. And as you remember, we have some Natasha Denona lip liner on. I want to do two looks on the lips to finish it off. Do you remember the Hourglass Unlocked lipstick? This is the Hourglass Unlocked lipstick in Lava. And I'm just going to kind of dot it on there just a little bit, almost like a stain. Kind of dotted it on like a stain, and then, well, you know what we have to finish with. You know it's my favorite. So this is the City Beauty City Lips Gloss. This is a shade Plum Springs, which is coming back into stock soon. I use my City Gloss for two things. Sometimes I use the clear gloss when I'm just getting ready. I let it kind of sit and soak in a little bit to the lips, especially if I'm putting on a darker red shade over the top of it, and then it glides on. But today I'm going to actually use the colored version as a gloss on the top of this Hourglass Unlocked lipstick. Not a ton of it, just kind of here. Like I said, this shade is coming back in. It might actually be back in already in stock. Their shades are so popular. They go out of stock so quickly. And there is our finished look. Just bright and easy for the holidays, for running around. I could hit a party like this, hit the mall like this, wherever I have to go. But I just thought it would be fun to do a video with all of these products on all of these brands. And again, you can save all year round whenever you make a purchase from Natasha Denona, from Hourglass, Surratt, BK Beauty, or City Beauty. You can always use these codes that I've listed below, but especially now, I thought it might be a nice reminder, and you can let me know what you think. Would you give a quick check and see if you are still subscribed to this channel? And if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I am hoping to get to 20,000 soon, but I need your help to do it, so I would love it if you could subscribe. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask me below, or have any trouble with codes or questions like that, you can always ask me, and I would love your opinion as well. If you thought this video was a helpful idea, I would sure love the feedback. I love to know. It's what makes us a community. Don't forget to share and, of course, like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.